instrucciones. I will repeat my instructions. Una pelea limpia. Give me a nice clean match. Obedece mis instrucciones durante la pelea. Obey my commands. Protégtate durante el combate todo el tiempo. Protect yourself at all times. Good luck to you.
Nothing more to say. Miguel Cotto. Can he remain unbeaten? Sugar Shane Mosley. Can he rise to the occasion one more time? 9 years separates them. Now only a few feet separate them. And they are ready. Round one. Mosley, three-punch combination. He landed a right hand to the body. Cotto comes in, tried to place that left hand. Mosley wraps up, then creates space, comes swinging in with a wide right hand.
It's kind of surprising, huh? I'll tell you what, one habit that Shane Mosley has that could cause him a problem is the fact that he crosses his right hand over to block jabs. Kind of leaves him vulnerable to a left hook.
It does. See a lot of fighters do that. You see it starting to inch towards that left side. That right hand will come over and try to catch the oncoming. But then it's got to get back into a defensive position, which if you fire off the left hook in a timely fashion, it cannot do. Mosley, range finding with that jab. There's that right hand to the body again.
He's a good body puncher, Mosley. I think, you know, it's overlooked somewhat. That right hand was a little short, I thought, from Cotto. But I think it's overlooked because Cotto is such a tremendous body puncher. I think people tend to overlook that Shane's a pretty good body puncher, too.
First half of this first round, Shane working a bit more. Cotto tries to come in with the left hook. Cotto staying patient right now. Back to the inside. Neither man fires off.
Well, let's not forget, Cotto is habitually a slow starter. So you know it's only going to get better from here. Good left
hook. He showed good hand speed that time. Remember what happened in the first round against Zab Judah. So both men have had their moments here in round number one. Seen the rights to the body from Mosley. Good work with the jab. Now Cotto with a burst of aggression, chasing in with that right hand. Crowd reacting to anything Cotto puts forth.
Mosley seems a little bit tight to me right now, Joe. Oh, good left uppercut.
Left uppercut when they were on the inside. The left hand of Mosley was tied up with the right arm of Cotto, but with that left hand free, he was able to let loose with that uppercut. Coming to the end of round one.
Mosley's best shot right there, overhand right.
Wally, who'd you like there?
Cotto, no doubt.
Joe Tessitore and Wally Matthews with you ringside. Round two, Cotto and Mosley.
It was a good first round for Cotto, Joe. I'll tell you what, Mosley just seems very, very tight to me. In fact, I thought he was breathing with his mouth open a little bit, like he might have been hyperventilating in the first round.
Mosley tries to go back to the body with that right hand. Cotto almost clipped him with a right hand as he took that half step forward.
Another thing that Cotto's got to be careful of not doing, he tends to square up a little bit. He starts to backhand his jab a little bit and leaves his entire body square to his opponent. And you notice there Cotto's able to reach him with that left hand. Shortens the distance between the two of them.
Well, just seeing the two guys together, I know we make a lot about the fact that, you know, Shane's strong. There's a right hand from Cotto. But Cotto has the bigger physical presence just looking at the two of them in the ring right now.
Yeah, Shane looks a little, I don't want to say lean, but his body looks a little bit narrower. You're absolutely right. does not have the same look that he has when he fought at 154.
Step out clean, step out clean.
You know, this is, excuse me, Joe, this is not unlike the way his fight with De La Hoya started, the first fight back in 2000. And that was, Mosley again was a little bit tight, tried to do things a little bit too quickly, and it took him about, I would say, 4 or 5 rounds to really settle into the fight. Now, De La Hoya does not have the same intensity of attack that Cotto has, so I don't know if Mosley has the luxury of waiting that long in this fight.
Triples up that jab. It's a good jab from Cotto, right back at him. Just missed with that uppercut. Had success with that left uppercut in round number 1.
Oh, you know, Mosley has missed several times badly with that right hand. He's made himself very vulnerable to a left hook. That was a good left hook by Mosley.
Good left hand by Mosley. We'll see if Cotto can react and come back with a left hand in the zone when Mosley goes up top. 2-punch combination from Mosley. He's been fine with the right to the body, but when he headhunts with it, he's been off the mark early on.
Yeah, Cotto's been able to turn away from it a little bit. And he's actually making Mosley extend himself, and he could be in a pretty dangerous position.
Solid work from the jab of Mosley coming off that hip now. There's a good sharp right hand by Sugar Shane. Sharp right hand, and Cotto immediately just fires back. That's typical Cotto, and now Shane comes right back with a right hand of his own.
But I'll tell you what, that's the kind of punch that generally puts Cotto in trouble, and he survived it pretty well.
He did. What an exciting finish to round number 2 as they exchange here. Good stuff from the Garden.
All right, let's take a look at some of that second round action. A real good round for Shane Mosley, although there was a real good left hook to the body by Cotto and a good jab. Most of Mosley's good work came in the second half of the round, Joe. Some of those right hands were the kind that you would think would have put Cotto in trouble, and I'll tell you what, he weathered them pretty good.
He did indeed, and it was very interesting to hear the comments from his father and trainer, Jack Mosley, at the conclusion of that second round, because he was echoing some of the thoughts you had, Wally, where he was saying, relax, have fun, don't be tight.
Yeah, and there's no doubt that he started out a little bit tight, but he seems to be warming up to his task.
Shane holding on with that right hand.
Was a good right to the body by Mosley. That was steaming.
Right to the midsection. Good snap jab.
Snappy jab
from Miguel Cotto. That right hand moments ago. Lower part of the sternum there. He dug it underneath. Cotto tried to come over the top that time with a right hand. And Mosley once again ties up. There's that uppercut on the inside that he had success with in round number 1. Good fight so far here.
Yeah, you know, we've only seen these guys in there 7 minutes in total, but I'm very surprised by the effectiveness of Cotto's jab so far.
Doubles it up, went downstairs, upstairs, didn't bring the right hand behind him, but there's a chopping right hand from Mosley. And Cotto once again steadies himself. So there have been 2 big right hands that Mosley is able to land, and Cotto not affected the way he once was earlier in his career by shots like that.
Those were effective, though. I'm telling you, man. Those shots behind the ear, I guarantee you he felt those.
Oh, he's putting something in the bank right there. Big shots from Mosley so far. Both were right hands. But as we've noted, we've seen shots from that Cotto has absorbed that have not worked out that way of continuing on a round like this.
Agreed. That was a very dangerous uppercut that Mosley just threw. He just threw it a little bit short and didn't quite get Cotto the way he wanted to.
Hey, we knew it going in. Miguel Cotto gets hit.
I think we're going to see more of that uppercut, because that's the punch that Judah hurt Cotto with as well early in their fight.
It's how he reacts after he gets hit, which is typically the difference with the undefeated Cotto. Right hand to the body from Cotto.
All right, let him go. Step out.
Good short hook there by Mosley.
Left hand, and there's that left hand of his own, and Mosley comes right back with a right hand. Mosley is committed to the cause. And there's a right hand by Cotto. Back and forth they go. Double right hand, one to the body, one upstairs, swinging away. Cotto comes back. Boy, this crowd is getting their money's worth, and they're only 9 minutes
Tremendous.
in.
Tremendous. Here we go. And you see that right hand by Mosley. Caught Cotto behind the ear, then he follows it up with another one, which kind of grazed. And now Cotto, who's actually, his hand speed is held up very, very well, I think, in comparison with Mosley's. You see that right hand may have wobbled Shane a little bit.
That's good. Everything's working. Give me a towel. Everybody got a towel? Where's the towel? Okay.
Everything is working. The words that came out of Jack Mosley's mouth moments ago. Well, the right hand has worked the past 2 rounds. Wally, how do you have it through 3?
I gave Mosley rounds 2 and 3, so I got him up by a point. But I'll tell you something, I am very surprised that Mosley is not using his hand speed, as Cotto starts very, very well here with his left hook. He is really setting down on single punches like he's determined to knock this guy out.
Watch your heads, Janine, watch your heads.
That's kind of surprising, and I think it's a little bit dangerous.
And it makes for an entertaining fight.
Oh, yeah. No, for our purposes, it's great.
Shane opens up.
But he's been true to his word. I'll tell you what, Joe. He told me the other day, and he said it at the press conference, that he was going to go toe-to-toe with Cotto. And
he's done it. Oh, here's that short right uppercut. Very effective. Cotto tries to come back with a right hand to the body. Shane puts a left hand to the body. Cotto back with a snap jab. Tries to chop down with a right hand. He's had success the past 2 rounds with that. Cotto.
Very good.
Body punches. 2 of them come in, as does a left hook upstairs from Cotto. Snap jab. He's had success with that, utilizing it so far. Both men trying to send uppercuts on the inside with one arm free.
I'll tell you this, Joe. If Mosley cannot get more of a reaction out of Cotto, he's in for a bad night here. Even though I've got him with an early lead here, if he can hurt Cotto, Cotto's going to walk through him like he did walk through Judah and Malinaji.
Good, solid right hand from the undefeated champion. Overhand right again from Mosley.
Yeah, but no real reaction.
That's been the thing that has been so shocking. These are big, thunderous shots that Mosley's sending off.
Let me tell you something.
Not staggering Cotto at all.
If we're shocked, you can imagine how Mosley feels.
Remember that question mark we put next to the chin in our lead up to this fight? You can remove it.
Wow. You see a little frustration in Mosley there?
He knows what he's accomplished and what the results should be, but they're not the results he's getting.
Wow, Mosley really drove that right hand in that time.
There have been 5 or 6 of those, but Cotto is still right there in front of him, firing back. Comes back with a short left hand. Crowd reacts. Mosley charges forward again. Good, solid 4th round.
Boy, oh boy.
5th round, welterweight title fight. Right back to the jab. Right hand from Cotto. Mosley fires back a right hand of his own. Now working underneath. On the inside, Mosley tries to push back.
Wow, you know what? I really don't know if Mosley can maintain this pace. I swear. This is a brutal fight, and it's Cotto's fight.
Brutal is a descriptive that you can often apply to a Miguel Cotto fight.
Yeah, this is his fight, huh?
And it's a descriptive that he welcomes.
Yep. And it's not something that you would generally apply to a Shane Mosley fight.
Not at all. Stylistic, speed, tactical, smart. None of that applies here.
Let him go, let him go, let him go.
And the decisions you make, maybe to hang on just a little more, just a little longer when you get to the inside instead of working.
And you want to know something, Cotto hasn't even really started working the body yet.
No. He's been utilizing the jab, right hands, mixing in a left hook. See some swelling. You see some swelling on the face of Shane Mosley.
And I see some fatigue.
The mouth is open.
Yep.
Halfway through this 5th round, Cotto just forces you to go to a place that's not comfortable.
Nope. Place you do not want to be. I got to say, I'm very, very impressed with Cotto so far. Been able to match him for hand speed, and he stood up to the punching.
And this is a Shane Mosley that's not exactly disappointing.
No, Shane's very good. Good short punch inside by Cotto.
He'll have those opportunities throughout. And he has that kind of build and that kind of torque where all it takes is 6 inches to turn that over and make it effective. There's that chopping right hand that Mosley has had success with throughout the early goings here tonight.
Well, you know, here's the thing about Cotto, man.
Cotto, 2-punch combination, steps forward after absorbing that right hand and delivers.
You know what? I was going to say, you got to get Cotto early because he gets stronger and stronger as the fight goes on.
He's a boulder going downhill.
Yep.
Shane tries to fire off that right hand again. Lands one. Cotto, uppercut on the inside before Shane lands a left hand to the body.
Let's take a look at some Cotto action here. He had a real good round number 5. You see the left hook in there, and I think the big surprise, the story of this fight so far has been 2 stories. The inability of Mosley to hurt Cotto, and the ability of Cotto to match hand speed.
If you showed me some of the punches that Mosley landed in the first half of this fight before the fight, I would have told you it was going to be his night.
Yep.
Not the case.
Correct. And you're only going by history, the history of both guys. You wouldn't be wrong to think that.
A puncher at 147 pounds who is glad to be back in 8-ounce gloves against the guy whose chin has been questioned throughout his career.
Yep.
But tonight, he is as strong as he's ever been, Miguel Cotto.
And I don't know how you do that. I really don't know how you strengthen the chin, but Cotto has found the way.
Well, I think the one thing that you can say for sure is that at 147 pounds, and the more he matures into 147 pounds and figures out how to be the right 147 pounds, his foundation is better.
Yeah, it gets easier for him to get to the weight without, without dehydrating, without, killing himself.
Which affects the chin.
Absolutely. Wow, see, the jab from Cotto has really been, for me, the punch of the fight. Wow. Good lead right by Cotto.
Shane looking for an opening underneath. Instead, Cotto driving home, a left hand to the body. Shane misses over the top of the right hand. Snapping jab from Cotto. Minute to go here in round 6.
And notice something now. Shane's getting on the pony.
Yeah, he's backing up a bit. He's up on the toes.
He's starting to rethink his whole idea of how he was going to win this fight.
First we've seen of it. Shane Mosley circling. Mark it down. Minute to go in round 6. Left hook by Cotto comes in. Shane Mosley is circling. He has tasted the power.
Yep.
He realizes the strength advantage, and things have changed. And he's looking to gather himself and recalculate this formula.
And I was going to suggest this change a couple of rounds ago, but I thought, nah, maybe he's just got to keep hitting him, and Mosley has come to the conclusion that it's not working inside.
He looks a little weathered here as we come to the end of round number 6. Swelling in the face, mouth open, backing up, circling out, and still the bull comes forward, looking to trample. Miguel Cotto finding his way as we reach the halfway point of this welterweight title fight.
All right, we're going to take a look at a beautiful right-hand counter by Cotto. Watch. He reads Shane as he dips. Boom, right over the top. That's a great shot. And he's not neglecting the body either. Take a look at this. See, he misses with that left hook over the top. I thought we were going to see a body punch there, but it was a pretty good left hook. But I tell you right now, we are watching one fighter really come into his own here, and it's not Shane Mosley.
Now we can get back to that discussion of the age difference.
I don't know. You know what? I don't want to take away from Cotto's performance right now.
Not at all.
And I know you're not trying to either, but I think Shane is fighting well. He's not fighting like a 36-year-old man.
No, this is as good of a 36-year-old man as you're going to see in terms of speed. But this is a 27-year-old man who clearly is entering the prime of his career.
You know, he gets better every time I see him. There was a good shot there by Mosley, a right hand over the top.
It's the one thing he can hang his hat on in this fight. And it's the one thing you know will still be available with Miguel Cotto. Cotto now trying to cut off the ring. Mosley catches him coming in. Cotto separates with a left hand.
Mosley now trying to keep his distance and he's trying to get Cotto to commit himself first so he can lunge in and then counter.
Catch him coming in.
But, you know, Cotto's a little smarter than that. Again, you see he's able to reach Mosley with the jab, and that really does surprise me. Every time you see Mosley drop his hands like that and kind of wave them back and forth, that's a sign of frustration.
There's a right hand by Mosley. Cotto comes right back and returns fire. He's done it throughout the night. Just when Mosley thinks that maybe, just maybe, a good shot can turn things around, Cotto is there to meet him.
I'll tell you what, Cotto is a killer of spirit. He really is. He plunges you into despair. Mosley. Look at that. Mosley landed the punch and then backed off.
Land a right hand like that, typically you're going to follow it up. Come in on a guy who's covered up like that. Not the case.
You can just see it. Cotto is just squeezing the life out of Mosley.
Double jab, works his way into the front door. Mosley tries to fight his way off of that position, but the left hook came in. Another right hand trying to get over that left of Cotto. Cotto Mosley, end of 7. Wally Matthews, how do you have it through 7?
Well, I'll tell you, I've got Cotto an expanding 3-point lead, 68-65. I have not given Shane Mosley a round since round 3.
Round number 8. Welterweight title fight. Much anticipated showdown, bridging the generation gap from the 36-year-old superstar to the 27-year-old undefeated star in the making.
Mosley just looks, you know, if not exhausted, on his way there.
jab from Cotto. Is it me, or does it seem like his hand speed has improved?
No, it's you, and his hand speed has improved. You're absolutely right. Or let's go the other way. Perhaps Mosley has slowed down and we're not noticing it because they're punching at the same speed. Now, why would Cotto do that?
All of a sudden, makes the turn.
I mean, everything seems to be going pretty well for him. I don't see any reason to turn southpaw. I know he's a natural lefty, but really.
Mosley tried to counter with a right hand. It's like a fly off a windshield.
I'll tell you, man.
Just comes forward.
What must be going through Shane Mosley's mind now? You know, he came in full belief that when he hits Cotto with those shots, he's going to get a reaction, if not a knockout. And at this point, here we are 8 rounds into this, and he hasn't even made a dent.
He hasn't made a dent, and he has landed some hammering shots.
Oh, yeah.
Good right hand from Cotto. From range, he delivered it.
Mosley just has not had enough on his jab really to set anything up with it. And by the same token, you know, in contrast, Cotto's jab has been a ramrod.
A very useful weapon for Cotto. If he could fully commit to utilizing that jab.
Never used it a heck of a lot.
No.
Because the left hook's been enough. You can almost feel the sense of anticipation is out of the building now. You know what I'm saying?
He's done that.
It's like this is settled.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at what Cotto did in round 8. That right to the body, and then the right to the head over the top. And there's that jab again, that popping jab from Cotto. Now we'll see that right lead, which came from way outside. Boom. I'll tell you what, something happened in the corner of Mosley between rounds there. Did you hear who knew what round it was right away? Mosley. He's keeping track.
He's keeping track because that's what a fighter does when they're going into survival mode.
You better believe he's like counting how many.
They're counting down.
Yep.
His father, Jack, said flat out, you got to pick it up.
Yeah.
You have to hit him harder with those jabs so that we can set up the hook. Well, that's a big question mark. And picking it up when your mouth is open and your eyes are looking long and tired is also a challenge.
Yeah,
round number 9.
Those lungs are on fire. Wow.
That was cupping left hook by Cotto. He did not turn it over and get the front part of the glove.
You know, it looks to me like he's taking a rest. You know, I think he knows.
Feel.
Yeah, he knows he's got a big lead at this point, you know. I don't think he's worried at all about being hurt by Mosley.
He may be taking a rest, but Mosley's happy for it.
Oh, no doubt. He's doing 2 guys a favor. Mosley trying
right hand from Mosley, the overhand right hand. Good
left hook.
Shot from Mosley.
Best one in about 4 rounds.
By far. Timed it right. Cotto just dipped that right hand, and it hit the mark. So now Mosley looks to be more the aggressor here with a minute to go in round 9.
And, you know, we may still get, you know, one of those Miguel Cotto moments where you think, you know, he's done. You never know.
He's been controlling throughout these middle rounds.
That is something Mosley's got to stay out of, because as tired as he is, you don't want to get into a wrestling match.
That'll just wear you down more.
Oh, yeah.
Takes just as much energy to deal with the grappling as it does to throw and absorb punches.
How discouraging is that?
There's the right hand that
big
lands.
right.
So Shane Mosley is having his best round by far since the early goings.
Yeah. Cotto's right back, though. Oh, man. All right, let's take a look. Mosley had a very good round in round 9, but I'll tell you what, I saw something terrible at the end of the round, and I'll tell you after this replay. There's a left hook, which really didn't have a lot on it from Cotto, but you see Mosley's legs at the end of that round. Wasn't really that good a punch, but look at Mosley's sag.
It's so funny because the storyline continues. Mosley has moments of success that are actually discouraging.
Yeah, absolutely. Discouraging to Mosley. That's a tremendous observation.
Chases him down again against the ropes. Round 10. How will it play out? A right hand lands from Mosley, and maybe Cotto is affected.
Yeah, Cotto fell into the ropes.
And what a break he's catching here. What a break he is catching here.
Oh my God. The referee stopped to let them
calls for the water to be wiped up at the most untimely moment you could ever pick. After being hit by a right hand and clearly affected, a little pause in the action.
And even the pro-Cotto crowd booed. Chanting Mosley.
It's amazing. We're at Madison Square Garden, where Miguel Cotto put on a spectacular performance for 3/4 of this fight. Shane Mosley has rallied back here in round 9 and 10, and the crowd is rewarding him.
I'll tell
you know what? They like a great fight.
Good for them, but I mean, Mosley has fought valiantly, you know, if not always well. I shouldn't say that. He's fought well,
over the top,
but not always effectively.
He could be tightening things up on the scorecards.
Yeah, he might be.
Both men working with the free hand on the inside now. Still over a minute to go in what has been a very exciting 10th round.
Well, Mosley is so tired.
You can just see lifting that right leg there, being pushed back easily. That's a good uppercut. Right uppercut comes in, as does a second from Shane Mosley.
I'll tell you what, Joe, there's only one word to describe Mosley's effort in this round, and that is gallant. Because he is exhausted. He just got hit with a great left hook.
This round must feel like an eternity to him.
Feels that way to me. Look at him.
There's an opportunity to fire off, and he didn't. His father imploring him, you have to work, but Cotto fires back instead.
Quite frankly, Joe, I think he's given us everything he's got. I think he's given us.
I will, says Cotto. Good left hook. Cotto, late rally here. Mosley trying to meet him punch for punch. They close out the 10th round in style.
Wow.
Crowd on its feet at Madison Square Garden.
All right, let's take a look at that Mosley uppercut. This is just a beautiful punch, and he slides it right between the gloves. Look at that. I can't say enough about Cotto's chin tonight, and he just keeps coming back. Every time Mosley scores, he comes right back, and that's got to be discouraging as hell to Shane Mosley.
We head to the championship rounds, round number 11. Wally, how do you see it so far through 10 rounds between Cotto and Mosley?
You know, you're right about tightening up the scorecards. Right now, I've got it 96-94 for Cotto because I gave the last 2 rounds to Mosley. So conceivably, Mosley's in this fight. I just get the feeling that he is so wrung out. I don't know what he's got left.
I think depending how you scored the 4th round is the differential in this fight. I agree with you. Last 2 rounds to Shane Mosley. Those middle rounds to Cotto. Early going, we know what we saw. as Mosley won round 2 and 3 with the big right hands, and Cotto took the first round. So things have indeed tightened up here. Lunging left hand to the body. The left hook lands to the body from Shane Mosley. Cotto to the inside with a short, crisp right hand.
Because he countered that missed left hook perfectly. I mean, you can't do it any better than that.
Another right hand comes in. Mosley digs twice with 2 left hooks to the body. Now Mosley chopping with right hands with Cotto against the ropes. And Cotto's the one who looks to get away.
That was a pretty slick move by Cotto. I didn't think he had it in him. Wow. Just missed the right hand. A right uppercut by Cotto. We got some blood on the right side of Mosley.
That's what I'm looking at right now. See if we can get a good look at it.
Certainly a lot of swelling. He's getting that soft look around both of his eyes.
Cotto, good work with that free left hand for a moment there. Mosley tries to turn that uppercut into something. See a lot of swelling around that right eye of Shane Mosley.
Yeah, his whole face, you know, from the nose up is very soft.
Remember what Cotto was able to do to the right side of the face of Paulie Malignaggi.
I'd rather not.
Last 20 seconds.
Cotto's backing off right now.
He's done it a couple times in this round. Mosley's turned into the hunter.
Well, what an effort, though, by both guys, huh?
Mosley really turned things around in round number 9. He became the aggressor, and it works. Cotto now.
Wow.
The twists and turns that each and every round has had in these last 3 has been spectacular.
Incredible.
12th and final round. Wally, it wouldn't be shocking on the ringside scorecards if this was a determining round.
It would be to me. I must be honest with you.
Well, you just had it 96-94.
Yeah, but I just gave Cotto that round.
Last round.
Yeah,
okay, so you have a margin.
Yeah. Believe me, I was in love with the idea of the turnaround for Mosley as well because it's very dramatic, but I think Cotto won that round. And I think Mosley needs a knockout.
Cotto definitely did some stuff in the final minute of that round.
Yeah.
After Mosley came out in the first minute. You'd rather fire last than fire first.
Absolutely, and I think the turning point of the round was that missed left hook by Mosley, and Cotto countered
short right hand.
And then after that, you know, he really was never the same. So I think Mosley needs a knockout. When I hear Jack Mosley saying use your legs, I hope he means, you know, to drive in with your punches and
not to get away.
Because you need this.
No doubt about who has won the battle. In just judging this as a fight of one man imposing his will on the other, Cotto has gotten the best of it. But Mosley, that's a slip. Mosley has had his moments, has courageously fought back.
He really has. And, you know, Cotto, I guess, is doing the smart thing here. He's actually trying to stay away. He doesn't want to give Mosley the chance of, you know, that last gasp knockout that pulls out the fight. I was kind of surprised, though, to see Cotto backing up in this 12th round.
Agreed. He banked a lot of rounds in the middle of this fight.
Yeah, I think he knows it. I mean, let's face it, nobody knows better than the 2 guys in the ring how this is going. Now, to me, Mosley's got 56 seconds right now to get this done, and I just don't think he's got it. Look at that.
Complaining of a clash.
Yeah.
Got to fire off at some point.
Good right.
Instead, it's Cotto, and blood now streaming down the right side of the face of Miguel Cotto.
Yeah, it's too late to make any difference. Well, you know what? Let's give Cotto his props, man. He matched Shane Mosley for hand speed and stood up to the punching power, and I don't think anybody would have predicted either of those things.
The chin, always been a question mark. The hand speed thought to be a big edge for Shane Mosley. Both those questions answered by Miguel Cotto. And now could be moments away from win number 31.
Sports arena in the world, Madison Square Garden. Two of the very best in the world stepped into the ring tonight, and we go to the scorecards. Glenn Feldman and Peter Trematera both have it 115, 113. Winkins 116, 113 to the winner by unanimous decision. Damas y caballeros de Caguas, Puerto Rico, still undefeated and still WBA welterweight champion of the world, Miguel
Miguel Cotto, unanimous decision, now 31-0. Shane Mosley